So this is a 1v1 on Black Forest. I'm red, I'm playing as the Chinese. Blue is playing as the Magyars, so I know he's likely to go cavalry ultimately. It's not revealed map, so we have got to do a lot of scouting. I've turned Fog of War off for the moment just so we can see both starts. So he actually starts off, he can see some of his turkeys. I couldn't actually see any of my turkeys at this point. Now his elo was quite a bit higher. Now my starting scores higher because I have more vills, I think. Yeah, see, I have no food, less wood than him. Let's just take a look and see what happens. So I instantly just chuck them on those ones on a bit of wood, just to get them doing something. Cause I can't see the turkeys. Start building some houses. He starts building the 2 houses straight away, putting all vills on it. Collect some turkeys. He's having a look over there. I find some turkeys, drag them in. So I'm scouting at the moment. If I just turn Fog of War on, I can't see him. And at this point, okay, he's drawn a rather rude shape. He's got his guy scouting that way for some reason. I assume he's looking for his turkeys. So he's grabbing all of that. If I look over here, you can see I'm already pushing 2 forward to try and build a wall somewhere. Now this is the exit, the barrier. But as you can see, I've got gold, gold, stone, gold, gold, and then there's all this in the middle, some of which is his. So he's been unfortunate given that his stone's forward, his main gold's forward. Now he passed scouts here, and I'm thinking at this point it's quite open. I missed this. You can see they're idling, so I'm trying to work out where to wall. This is where I'm beginning to think that I could wall between the gold and the woods, the gold, the stone and the wood, and then just this little bit over here. So they're actually coming back for some reason. You can see I still haven't found these turkeys. He's scouting his area. He's still looking for those turkeys at the back, which I actually steal when I scout around here. So I lame him that way in a second. By this point, eventually I noticed that there are 3 boars hiding over here, and I steal them. So this is where I notice where he is, because I see the berries. Okay, he's over there. And I'm sort of just cut 2 on wood, the rest getting food at the moment. Let's just have a look. Pumping out some vills, let's see how he's doing. He's got 9 at this point. I've got 7. He's got 10, so he has got the vill lead, and you can see we're battling for score there. Quite a bit of my score is scouting. If I turn Fog of War off, he's scouted all of that. I've scouted that. Turn Fog of War off. So I'm coming up here, I realise it's the edge of the map. I scout up, just have a look. I sort of notice that there is that's where I noticed the sheep, you see. The turkeys, so I steal them. Why not? At this point he's over here guarding these turkeys, which I'm going to go lame in a second. Give him a really bad start. He should have garrisoned, because I'm about to run right past the TC. If he garrisoned all of them to the TC, that scout would have just died straight away, but he doesn't do that. You can see they're idle there. They're all idling because he can't find those turkeys. I think I'd pull him back just to guard the turkeys a little bit. He's building houses, but he's also got most of his villagers idling, whereas mine are all working. At this point I still haven't got those 4 turkeys, so I'm sort of turkey down, but I'm about to steal 2 of his. I go over here, see that his scout's here just guarding these turkeys for some reason, not scouting. I think about attacking the scout, but they'll give him an alert. What I do instead is just whack, bomb, that turkey's dead, bomb, whack that turkey dead as well, just to kill them so he can't get that food. She's being attacked by the boar, so he's waiting to let's have a look, see what he was looking at. So yeah, he's looking at the boar, he's still looking at the boar, he's still looking at the boar, he's still looking at the boar, so he hasn't reacted to anything. Can't tell whether he's got loot from here. If I just view look on me, see what I'm looking at. So I'm just checking the scout. Still haven't walled at this point, I'm risking it, but I'm still got my scout around here so I can see anything coming forward. There's his 2 turkeys. You can see most of my guys are idle. I put some on the turkeys, some over there. Don't realise we've got 3 guys here, just that's where they're coming out for TC. Just standing, so you know, bit of a poor play there from me. Let's see what we've got. So he's pushing forward at this point. This is where his scout comes forward. My scouts over here. This is where I begin to find the 3 boars. And eventually I come forward. There you go. This is the walling guy. He does a good job. My grinder is up over here. Or mill, legal in this game. So he's scouting over here. I'm all the way over here. So he's gradually pushing forward a little bit to scout. But at this point he's got berries and a boar. But that's about it. 4 all. So he's got 13. I've got 13. He's got 16. And I've got 14. So he's got the real lead. But I've just noticed there's 3 boars over here. 3 times 330, that's 900, over 1,000 food just there, ready and easy to take, which will get me up another age, and I'm aware of that. So I know I'm going to take them to help me to get to castle, basically. I know that I'll take all this food to get me to feudal, leave some on the berries, push the turkey farmers over here and take the boars. Still haven't taken these 2 boars, so it's speeding up a little bit. So you can see I've now started walling him in, which he's oblivious to, which means he can't ultimately take his main gold. He can take this gold over here, but that's it. No, he can't. I basically starve him with gold right from the start. There you go, you can see I'm gradually building across. He has no idea I'm doing this. His scout's looking around. I'm over here, I've moved the turkey farmers up, starting to take the boars. Now I've put a mill here just because there's the deer and the boar here, so it makes it worthwhile. Still got 4 turkeys left, which I just haven't scouted yet. So he's 4 turkeys down because I killed the 2 that he's got hiding over here somewhere. I killed the 2 that were here, and I stole the 2 that were up there. So he has been lamed quite badly. He is waiting over there, so it'll be interesting to see when his scout goes from there, if I'm honest. He's farming, he's getting his barracks up, you see. By this point he's pretty much walled in once I've walled here. Now he actually gets to feudal first, fair enough, but that's because I just haven't been pushing really. I've got more vills than him at this point, but I've also invested in this wall all the way along. Now the reason I put the barracks here is so that, and I didn't bother finish building it, was because I realised I hadn't built over here to finish walling, so I put a house over there, leave this so he can't get through, and I put it here so I can ungarrison on the other side to attack. In a moment I'll actually delete these walls and put an archery range here so I can do the same thing with archers. His scouts moved, I'm now scouting this side of the map, realising, okay, probably won't need to go over here. You know, there's 3 jags, yes there's some relics and 3 tile gold and a 4 tile stone, but actually I would really need it. He's scouting me, I know he's not really much of a threat, I know that he can't get back out, so I can take him out if I want to. I will now find these turkeys, look at me go, boom boom boom, pull them forward, so that these guys at the berries have something to take in a moment. These guys are now taking a deer over here. Once they're done, I'll move them over to the boars over there. Now I've actually put three villagers forward so that I can take some of the mid gold, just because it's less protected. I'm aware that this is starting gold, so I whack a tower up straight away just so he can't take it. See, she comes forward to try and take it, and gets taken out straight away. He must be thinking, oh dear, at this point. Let's have a look what he's seeing. So at this moment, he can see that I've got a house, some wall and a tower. He's going for the counter tower. I'm not too worried. At this point, I'm sort of he's getting housed, apparently. I've got 31, he's got 39, yeah. So he's got the veal lead, but I'm I really ought to have attacked that veal a little bit. I took out a couple of veals. Meanwhile, I'm down here, realised that they're idle, slapped on all the turkeys. I'm pumping some upgrades through the blacksmiths. As my archer will range up, you can see I'm just pumping out some archers straight into his land, which I'll harass in a minute. I'll use it to take out this army, really. Bosh down the jag, and then they're over here to take the 3 boars. Now I'm getting housed, which is fine at this point. I'm not too worried. He's got the score lead, but I'm not too worried about this. I might throw it down over here, pump out them. Take out the spearman, take out the veal, take out another spearman just to reduce his army, waste his resources. Have a push in just to see what's going on. Realise, you know, he's going to counter, he's got the archery range, but I'll do what I can. Just keep pushing round. At this point, I know I'm pretty much going to die with these, so I'll just have a look around, get some hits off, take out another veal. Badly micro it here, could have taken probably one of them out. Realise he's going to die and just leave him. See, he's scouting forward, thinking where they're coming from, where they're coming from. He realises where they are, he realises he can't get through, so he just starts poking the archery range. Now I can just sit on this side of the archery range and just lob arrows at them. You can see my food's alright at this point, but actually, okay, his scout's hiding over there. You know, I don't really renew the lumber camp for a while, I don't need to. He's attacking here, I'm thinking this isn't good, he's probably going to take out my house. So I throw the archers forward just so they can hide behind the trees and the wall, attack them. He's still pumping out spearmen for some reason. There we go, there comes the skirms. I see how many skirms are coming out. He's trying to pump out a lot of skirms at this point to react, which is fair enough. But I've plonked down some walls and I'm accidentally walling the field here, delete that. This is just to hold against there a little bit so they can't get through. I'm pushing forward. Yeah, I've got some more archers now. I know this is going to be quite important. So over here, I've got a whole bunch of stone. At this point, I've got over 1,000 stone. So what I want to do is castle right here behind that tower, because that will cover this whole area. I'm just sort of waiting, pumping out the odd veal, waiting for these guys. This is what I'm waiting for, so I can get to I was trying to get to castle. Now they're coming in. These guys actually all move over. Now I just leave the mill there. Yes, it's a bit of a wasted mill. But there were 3 boars, you know, so it was kind of worth it. No, well, it was definitely worth it, otherwise they'd have to walk all the way along, all the way down to there. I get to castle, straight up the castle here, because whilst I'm doing more damage, 5 + 1, 8 + 1, 5 to 8, is, you know, I realised that I probably want a castle here just to hold this whole area. Straight there with crossbow. Realised that I'm going to need to do something against these skirms. So I pump out a few pump up man at arms and long swordsmen, just so I've got some nice swordsmen to come in, and I actually make 5 of them. Now they die pretty quick. They aren't as effective as I would have liked them to be, but in actuality, I hadn't done many upgrades in the blacksmith. I've been teching in heavily into the archers. You can see leather archer upgrade. Now these guys scared them off. I realise he's going to build a TC here. Okay. You know, at least it's not castle. He fought his way to castle because he's only getting food. He can only get food and wood at this point, but he hasn't renewed his lumber camp. You can see how far they're running. Even worse than mine, look. Because he's having to sell it, which is fine. Now at this point they're pushing through here, and I'm thinking crumbs, they might push through, so I just plop down a stone wall and another castle. I know that this will hold long enough. My crossbows can sit behind here with +2 attack, +2 range. Their crossbows, they should do a pretty good job. This is where I make a mistake. I actually wanted to garrison them in here, but I kept pressing a key and getting back to my castle, my hometown centre. These guys have moved over, plonked a TC down, got the gold, a few farms and a siege workshop, so I can get a main out just to counter some of these big clusters. I notice he's now taking stone, so in a second what I'll do is I'll stop attacking this. I also realise that actually I still want to push through, so I build a gate behind it and then delete the walls, just pop down the fields. He's pumping out those pikes. I'm not sure why he's building pikes. He should really just tech those skirms up a bit, because I'm not going cavalry, I'm an archer civ. Now at this point I'm just trying to get food and boom a little bit just to get up the age, but I'm also teching up my archers, my crossbows. So I delete the walls, leave some of it there just to reduce the gap. I've got my gate and my mangan out. I'm contemplating attack. Here I go, realising it's taking a castle. Use the crossbows, the mango, just to take out the villagers. I don't quite get the castle destroyed. I lose a farm down here quickly. Renew that. Don't quite take out the castle, so I retreat. Lose a few crossbows here. Struggle to get them back. Pull them back in. Let the castle take it out. Just sit the mango there. Mango take out all of those skirms. So his skirms are down by this point. In come his hounds. I actually lose the mango out here, which, you know, is annoying, but it's fine because I can just sit behind all of this. I also lock the gate as soon as they're near it. As soon as that mango goes down, so they can't get in. Instantly push those crossbows back just to take that out a bit more. At this point, I'm creating a battering ram because I'm contemplating using that to take the castle out. Pumped out some choking news. At this point, I've got a nice big archer stack here. In comes the castle, so I retreat immediately. And I think, okay, I'm going to need something to take it out. Think about pushing straight away with the ram. But I'm like, actually, I might as well wait. I'm almost Imperial. I've got enough for a couple of trebs. So I leave the castles going. He has renewed his lumber camps, so you just get in the wood. As soon as I get to castle, you see I'm just pumping out 2 trebs straight away to take out the castle. And, you know, he is pretty much GG by this point. He has some food over there he can take, but that's about it. He can't get to Imp really without taking all the wood and selling it. If I look at his stats by this point, he's got more of that, but he's got loads of wood, but that's about it. In comes the trebs. Trebs make mincemeat in the castle. As soon as the castle's down, I think, okay, I can probably start pushing. Now, if I really wanted, I could have pushed the trebs over here and used it to take out the town centre. But the town centre's getting ranged by the castle anyway. In come the Arbs, choking news, act like machine guns, you know, let's go to normal speed. Thump, 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 thump. Can any of them actually get to me? At this point I realise there's a mango, so instantly I'm moving. Split. Take it out. Boom, 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 boom. Now I know this isn't ideal. I could probably do better here, take less of a loss. But actually, I'm not too worried. I'll take out the halves. I know I've got the numbers by this point. The ram is hitting the town centre. So I just sort of take out the army at this point. Push, push, push. And he GG's. As soon as he realises he can't win, he quits. His elo was quite a bit higher. Double score lead. I could have held him a bit more, you know, I could have waited and just stormed in, but I think he would have GG'd pretty quickly anyway if I'd waited. Pretty easy match. So if I look through at the achievements, my military, you know, 5 times his. Eco, not twice. Tech's a bit higher, society's double. Military, unit skilled, 160 compared to his 16, so I did pretty well there. Destroyed 4 buildings, that's about it. He had a larger army, but I had stronger units. So he collected a lot more food and wood, a lot more wood, but I didn't need it. That stone early on was helpful. He got 1,971 stone, not sure where from. He didn't get to Imp. You know, researched more than him, more vills ultimately than him, and 2 castles, so he lost, easy peasy.